Okay, so explain your profession.
I am a software sales representative.
Okay, so what's the name of the company, the job title, your duties and hours?
I work for Hybris Software. We're a company based out of Munich, Germany, and my hours are basically whenever I've got stuff to do, I have to do it. No set hours.
Okay, so what educational background is needed in order to perform this profession?
Most people I work with have a bachelor's or a master's degree. I have a master's in business administration degree.
Okay, so do you ever speak Spanish in your job?
I never speak Spanish in my job.
Alright, so would you use it if you could speak it?
I don't know any reason I would need to speak Spanish in my job.
Alright, so would the use of Spanish in your profession benefit you and your business? If so, how?
The use of Spanish could potentially benefit us if I was selling down into Latin America, which I don't, or if I ran into a client in South Florida or somewhere that spoke Spanish, but I really haven't had that opportunity. So it really hasn't been a hindrance at all not knowing Spanish.
Alright, well, do you ever distribute information about your profession in Spanish? Or no?
All the literature that we have is in English, and we're an international company, and all the international literature is in English.
Okay. So if you spoke Spanish, or if you speak Spanish, does the profession's existence in a Spanish-speaking country?
The profession is definitely, we sell our software package in Spain and in Mexico and lots of Latin American countries.
Would that be something you would even consider?
It's not my expertise. I'm U.S. based, and that's where I focus my time and energies.
Okay. So if your profession allowed a stipend for bilingual employees, would you be willing to learn Spanish and use it in your profession?
Sure, but that's I've never seen anything like that available.
Okay. So how much of a stipend would it have to be in order for you to plan your interest or pick your interest? PIQ.
It wouldn't have to be large.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have a number.
So have you ever traveled outside the U.S.? Where?
Yes, Germany and Spain, England, East Europe.
Would it have ever been potentially beneficial to speak another language?
At times, sure.
Okay. So, in your opinion, what holds people back from learning another language?
I guess we feel like we don't need to, and English is the international spoken language, so just about any country I've ever been to, someone can speak English, at least well enough to get by.
So at what point do you think that foreign language is a new priority?
When there's enough people in this country that speak another language, or if we were in a situation like they are in Quebec where part of the people speak one language, part of the people speak another, it would be mandatory to learn another language.
Alright, and lastly, did you take a foreign language in high school? And
yes.
What language?
I took German.
German. And what do you remember from the class? And if you have to go back and take it again, what would you approach to it differently?
Well, it wasn't really conversational German, so it was just I learned a little bit about the language, and it was interesting, but would have been nice to learn more conversation piece to have some practical usage.
Okay.